What I'm about to reveal to you in this video is truly surprising. Stay with me until the end and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to leave your comment below because your voice is essential for us to expand this knowledge together. Now, let me ask you something directly. Have you ever felt at some point in your life that you simply don't belong to this world? As if you're inside it, but never fully a part of it? This feeling can be subtle, a constant sense of strangeness, or it can be so intense that you feel completely out of place among people, environments, and even ordinary conversations. Carl Jung, the great psychologist and thinker, believed that some people carry within them a deeper vision of reality, almost as if they are foreigners on this planet. To Jung, there are souls who do not fit into the common order of society because they were born to see beyond, to perceive what others ignore. And that is exactly what we are going to talk about now. The first sign that you may not be meant for this world is the constant feeling of being an outsider, an observer of life. It's as if you are present in places and situations, but at the same time, there is an invisible barrier between you and others. You notice details, you read between the lines, and you sense things that those around you often fail to see. While most people throw themselves into the rush of everyday life, you find yourself thinking, why does everything seem so automatic? Why does everyone act as if they are simply following a script that was written long before? This feeling is not just social discomfort. It is a deep mark of a mind that was never meant to live only on the surface. And this leads us to the second sign. You value depth over superficiality. How many times have you found yourself in a group conversation, hearing people talk about trivial matters, fashion, gossip, social status, shallow comparisons, and suddenly felt completely distant, as if you had nothing to contribute? It's not that you feel superior, but rather that this type of dialogue does not feed your soul. While many are satisfied with shallow words, you long for conversations that challenge the mind and touch the spirit. You seek meaning. You seek to understand the mystery behind existence. You are drawn to philosophical, spiritual, or psychological reflections that go far beyond "what did you do this weekend?" Carl Jung once said, "Loneliness does not come from having no people around you, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to you." This thought perfectly captures the experience of those who do not feel part of the common world. Because when you seek depth and only find superficiality, the emptiness inside you grows. But here's something essential. Feeling like an outsider is not a defect. In Jung's vision, it is a calling. The world needs people who question, who refuse to live only on the surface, who bring new perspectives and see reality with wider eyes. This discomfort you feel may be the very proof that you were made for something beyond normality. You were not born to conform, but to explore, to search, and perhaps even to illuminate paths for others who are still living in the darkness of superficiality. So, if you recognize these two signs in your life, the constant sense of being an observer who never fully fits in, and the need to seek depth in everything you do and every conversation you have, know that you are not alone. Many who walk this path have felt the weight of being different, but they have also discovered the transformative power hidden in that difference. And this is only the beginning. These are just the first two signs that you might not be meant for this world. But stay tuned, because there are still many others, and each one reveals something even deeper about your soul and your true purpose. The second sign that you may not be meant for this world lies not in what surrounds you, but deep within your inner world. Carl Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." These words are not just poetic. They point to a profound truth, that the path of an awakened soul is never about fitting into the patterns of society, but about uncovering your authentic essence. If you've ever felt a persistent restlessness within your soul, a subtle but undeniable vibration reminding you that there is something more. Then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It feels almost as if a hidden memory lives inside you, whispering that your true home, your true purpose, is not entirely here. This inner tension is not weakness. It is the voice of your deeper self refusing to be silenced. For many people, the goals of life are simple. Get a good job, earn money, buy a house, enjoy pleasures, and follow the routine set by the culture around them. But for you, these things may never feel like enough. And this brings us to the heart of the second sign. Material success alone does not satisfy you. You may reach a goal, earn recognition, or even achieve financial stability, but deep inside, a question remains unanswered. Is this all there is? While others celebrate their achievements, you find yourself searching for something more profound, something that money, possessions, or status cannot provide. Your true hunger is not for wealth, but for meaning. You long to understand why you are here, what your existence is pointing toward, and what role you are meant to play in this vast and mysterious universe. This inner restlessness is both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, it keeps you from falling asleep into the illusions of the world. It pushes you to keep seeking, learning, and evolving. On the other hand, it can make life feel heavy because you're constantly aware of the gap between what society tells you is important and what your soul truly desires. Jung believed that such restlessness is a sign of individuation, the process of becoming your truest self. He saw it as a sacred calling, an invitation to move beyond the surface and to dive into the depths of your psyche, your spirituality, and your hidden potential. So, if you feel this deep stirring within you, this quiet but powerful dissatisfaction with a life lived only on material terms, recognize it for what it is, a sign. A sign that you are not meant to live only as the world dictates, but to awaken to a purpose that transcends comfort, wealth, and appearances. This is the inner fire that sets you apart. And though it may not always be easy to carry, it is proof that your soul is alive, searching, and refusing to settle for less than truth. The third sign that you may not be meant for this world is a paradox, a reality that carries both a blessing and a burden. Those who feel like outsiders often hold within them a rare gift. But with this gift comes a weight that not everyone can understand. Your gift is the ability to see connections and truths that others overlook. Where most people see only the surface, you notice the invisible threads that link events, emotions, and even people. It's as though your mind and soul are wired to detect patterns and meanings hidden beneath ordinary reality. You might notice synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that seem to guide you toward a deeper understanding of life. You may sense energies in a room that others dismiss, or feel truths in your intuition long before they reveal themselves outwardly. This perception is powerful. It allows you to access wisdom, creativity, and insights that can transform not only your own life, but also the lives of others. But this heightened awareness is also a burden, because when you see what others cannot, you can feel overwhelmed by the weight of knowledge. Imagine standing in a crowd where everyone is distracted by noise and entertainment, while you alone can see the cracks in the foundation beneath their feet. You want to warn them, to awaken them, but they might not be ready to hear it. And this brings another part of the struggle: isolation. Few people truly understand the depth of your thoughts. When you try to express the visions or insights that stir within you, you may be met with silence, confusion, or even resistance. Some may dismiss you as too intense, too serious, or lost in your head. But in reality, it is not that you are lost. It is that you are navigating a different layer of reality. This isolation can create moments of loneliness, even despair. Because while others bond easily over surface-level conversations, you crave depth, authenticity, and meaning. And when these are not present, it can feel as though you are living in a different world altogether, one that only a few rare souls can see. Carl Jung understood this struggle well. He spoke of the wounded healer, the one who suffers because of their awareness, but who also carries the medicine the world needs. Your very sensitivity, your ability to perceive what others cannot, is both the source of your pain and the essence of your power. So, the third sign is clear. If you feel that your insights are both a gift and a burden, if your awareness lifts you to new heights, yet sometimes isolates you from others, then you may not be meant for the ordinary world. You are here for something greater, something that requires both courage and resilience. The struggle is real, but within it lies the proof that your path is not random. It is purposeful, and every moment of isolation is also an invitation to embrace your uniqueness, to refine your gift, and to use it when the time is right, to bring light to a world that often chooses to remain in the dark. The fourth sign is perhaps the most powerful of all, because being not meant for this world is not a curse. It is a calling. When you feel like you don't belong here, it's not because something is wrong with you. It's because you carry within your soul the seed of another reality, a deeper, higher, more awakened way of being. You are not here to blend in. You are here to awaken. This is why you feel guided towards self-discovery. Instead of blindly following the paths laid out by society, you are drawn to look inward. You seek to understand who you truly are beneath the masks, the expectations, and the conditioning. Jung called this the process of individuation, the sacred journey of becoming your authentic self. And for those who feel they don't belong, this journey is not optional. It is essential. You find yourself attracted to philosophy, spirituality, and the mysteries of the psyche. While others are content with entertainment or distractions, you feel a magnetic pull toward wisdom. Ancient texts, mystical traditions, psychological insights, all of these feel like keys, unlocking doors to truths you've always known deep inside. It is as if your soul remembers something eternal and is trying to bring it back into your awareness. But this path is not only about your personal awakening. Deep down, you sense that your role is to help transform not only yourself, but also to inspire awakening in the world around you. Maybe it's through your words, your art, your presence, or simply the way you live authentically. Whatever the form, you know that your difference is not meant to isolate you forever. It is meant to serve as a light for others who are still searching. And that's the essence of this sign, the realization that your life has a larger purpose. You are not here to simply survive, to consume, and to repeat the same patterns. You are here to break illusions, to bring meaning, and to remind humanity that there is more to existence than what we can see and touch. So, if these signs speak to you, if you felt like an outsider, restless for deeper meaning, carrying both a gift and a struggle, and now awakening to your true calling, then maybe you were never meant to simply fit in. You were meant to create, to awaken, and to live beyond the limitations of this world. This is not a burden. It is your invitation. It is the reason your soul chose this path. And now, I want to ask you, do you feel these signs within yourself? Which of them resonated the most with your journey? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if this message spoke to your soul, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and share this video with someone who might also need to hear it. Together, we can awaken a community of seekers who are ready to see beyond the surface and embrace the deeper truth of existence. Because in the end, you were not meant to fit into this world. You were meant to help transform it.